Hey, alright, just a quick video about nuts. Not the people, but to eat. I have no financial affiliation with any company that buys nuts, sells nuts, or grows nuts, just so you know that. And I have to tell you, the only place that we ever buy our nuts now is livingnuts.com, N-U-T-Z. They do a great job, high quality. You can get their story. Give them a call, look up their website. If you can't find it, send me an email or look on our, I believe we have it on our blog, right under one of the title pages. But we have a challenge today with healthy nuts. There's no place that I know of in any commercial store to buy truly raw nuts. Do some research about the ruling on the fact that now nuts either have to be subject to radiation or be pasteurized before we can even get our hands on them. The only exception to that is if you actually go to a farm and they can sell you, I think maybe 100 pounds a year directly to you if you were to drive right to the farm. But livingnuts.com, that's really the story. They have the best quality. They sprout them. They're already sprouted and ready to eat. They go through a very high quality process to get them sprouted and re-dried. So I would say that, depending on what cycle I'm on, I get probably 50% of my protein from their products. And you don't have to buy the fancy, more expensive flavored. They have some great flavors. I really enjoy them, but they do have plain bulk, just raw sprouted almonds, walnuts, pecans, whatever you like. I like a mixture actually. We use them in our smoothies. We make some really great recipes with them, raw recipes. And if you cook, you put them right into your cooking. But the best way to eat them is obviously raw, because they are sprouted. And if you don't know about sprouting, do some research on what sprouting actually does for nuts, seeds, and what have you, because it quantifies your body's ability to absorb and use the nutrients, the proteins, whatever's there. It's really incredible, actually, when you start to do the research. Even just 6 to 8 hours of sprouting, and that leads us into doing some countertop sprouting, which many of you have already had some instruction on that. We get that as one of our old archive from Ustream, but anything from lentils to black-eyed peas, or everybody's different, mung beans. But sprouting those, that's real live raw nutrition. That's something that you can't really buy that in a store. They do have some bean sprouts, but the quality is not there and they're not fresh. So I would encourage anyone to start experimenting with them. All you have to do is soak them. And I wouldn't recommend this with nuts, because it's a much more complicated process to get them to dry, properly. But as far as sprouting on your countertop, just soak some lentils overnight. Then drain them, rinse them, and let them sit for another day. Rinse them 2 or 3 times a day. In 3 or 4 days, you're going to have a wealth of nutrition there with those sprouted lentils. And at that point, I love to just eat them as is. Put them in salads, but you can also opt to put them into recipes. Throw them in a smoothie. You can put them into soup if you want to cook them. Even if you cook them, you're going to lose the enzymes, obviously with the heat, but the nutrition is still there. The nutrients carry through. So that's it. That's the response on where to get some good raw sprouted nuts, and livingnuts.com. livingnuts.com, that's where we get all ours. And tell Baby we said hi. Alright, thanks.